What's up, ninjas and ninjas? It's Tim from Exposure Ninja here. Welcome to another episode of the Exposure Ninja Digital Marketing Podcast. This is an ad hoc episode. Yes, I decided to record this about 1.4 minutes ago. I've got a small number of notes over there on the screen, so if I look over there, that's why. Today, we're going to be talking about marketing during COVID-19, coronavirus, whatever you want to call it. Every business has been affected by this. I'm not going to talk at all about how big this thing is. Obviously, I mean, if you're like me, you get quite excited by change and chaos. So this is absolute heaven for those of us that do like a little bit of chaos. Every day is different. Every day is unprecedented. And we love it. So many opportunities to make some big, big moves. If your business has been affected, and everybody's business has been affected, you're in one of four camps. So today we're going to talk about these different camps and what each of them can do to make the most of this situation. Now, I'm not talking about exploiting people's unhappiness, exploiting the pain and sadness that comes from coronavirus. There is enough awareness. We don't need to raise awareness for this. I'm talking about business owners making the very most of this situation so that they can either survive this chaos that's happening for the sake of them and their families and their teams, and they can eventually thrive from this as well. That's what we as business owners have to do. We take the hand that we're dealt and we figure out a way to play it to the best of our abilities. And that's what you absolutely have to do right now. Let's not call it anything else. Let's not be ashamed of it. This is the energy that's out there, and this is what we're selling into. So every business is in one of four camps. Either your order book has been absolutely decimated, your clients have been canceling in droves, you basically have no business right now and you are hanging on for dear life. Do not worry, we've got you. We're going to talk about how to deal with this. Or your business has been affected, but you're still selling. So Exposure Ninja, we've lost some clients because their business is completely shut down because of coronavirus, but we're still selling. A lot of businesses are treating this as a fantastic opportunity to get aggressive with marketing and hammer competitors that have given up into the ground. Opportunity or possibility 3 is that you are perfectly positioned, but you're not seeing the increase that you should do. My wife, she likes to run, and we ordered a treadmill because I don't know what we would do if she was not able to run. The guys come round, they bring the treadmill around, and I say, I bet you've sold a few of these. They say, that van full of treadmills. It's all we are delivering right now. So if you are a treadmill business and you got a warehouse full of treadmills and you're not selling them out the door faster than you can get them out, you've got a problem. So you're in that camp number 3, you're perfectly positioned, but you are not seeing an increase in sales that you should be. Possibility 4 is that you're absolutely rinsing this. Pedal to the metal. You got those treadmills flying out the doors. You can't sell them fast enough. If that's you, congrats. Dump that cash into whatever ad platform you're running. Go as heavy as you possibly can. You will not get another opportunity like this potentially in our lifetimes. So you don't want to look back and say, I left anything out there. You want to give absolutely everything right now. Make the most of every single second you have. Make hay while the sun shines. That sun is shining brightly for you right now. Okay, so those are the 4 possibilities. You've been decimated, you've been slightly impacted, but you're still selling. You're perfectly positioned, but you're not making the most of it, or you are absolutely rinsing the living daylights out of this situation. So let's talk first about those that have been decimated. There are 2 possibilities here. So we've got clients that, for example, sell corporate events, and no companies right now are booking corporate events. At some point they will again, but they're not right now. So either a business like that needs to say, no one's booking corporate events. We're going to use this time heads down. We're not going to have to worry about delivery for the time being. We're not going to have to worry about customer service for the time being. We're going to get our heads down. We're going to figure out what version 2.0 of our business looks like. We're going to work on improving our services. We're going to make better products so that when this thing blows over, because it will, because everything always blows over, this too shall pass. You want to be best placed to take advantage of that. When everyone wakes up from hibernation in your market, your competitors are going to look at you and go, oh my gosh, look what they've been working on while they were hibernating in quarantine. Right? That's the first possibility, that you use this time to reset, reconfigure, work out how you're going to come back bigger and better, because you ain't going to let this happen to you again. The second thing, though, is, are you definitely do you need to be impacted? For example, we've got clients that sell into schools. We've got a few different clients that sell in schools, different products. It was really interesting to see different reactions. Reaction 1, schools are shut, we're screwed. Head down, protection mode. Reaction 2, interesting, schools are shut. What we've been doing, I'm going to talk to you about one specific client as an example here. Very proactive. What we've been doing with this client is helping them reconfigure. So just for a bit of context, they sell teacher training resources. Fantastic business. Teacher training resources that they sell. And of course, schools are shut. Game over, right? Or maybe not, because what they really do is they help kids to get educated through amazing teaching plans. There's like 1 million new teachers in the UK right now. Who am I talking about? It's the stay-at-home parents. All of a sudden, they've got 3 oiks of different ages. They've got to try and entertain these kids and teach them whatever they were supposed to be learning at school. Help. That's a huge thing, right? Rather than just putting them in front of Joe Wicks and giving them an iPad and telling them to shut up, now these parents could be a fantastic customer for some amazing teaching plans. So what we've been doing instead with this client is helping them reconfigure their offering to target parents, so we can give parents these resources. We've been writing different content, so focusing on teaching plans for helping parents that are homeschooling and who are going to be teaching from, home, and also helping teachers that are going to be teaching through Google Classroom or whatever online, teaching their kids. This is completely uncharted territory for these customer types. And when people are in an unfamiliar scenario, they look for products and services that can help them get to grips with it. Amazing time for that business. But they could have reacted to it completely differently and said, actually, oh, poop, the schools are shut, we have no business right now, let's just hide, let's retreat. But they didn't. They've said, right, great, we've still got an energy to sell into. I want to talk to you about energies. Every time we sell anything, we're selling into an energy. So we're either selling into a desire, or at extremes, we're selling into a greed, right? Or we're selling into a fear. Right? It's either a towards or away from. Say, for example, you're selling weight loss. You've got 2 energies that you could sell into if you're selling weight loss. You've got the desire for the perfect body, the partner, the lifestyle, the energy, whatever that you're selling into. Or you can be selling away from diabetes, death, whatever the doctor has told your customer. Okay, so there's 2 different energies there, and the marketing messages that you have and the naming of your product, the content of your product, whatever, is going to be different according to which of those energies you're selling into, right? So every time we sell, we're selling into an energy. If we're not selling into an energy, it's like trying to go surfing when the waves are flat. Okay, I mean, that's technically easier if you're a total beginner rookie like me, but if you're a useful surfer, then you need a wave, right? You need waves. That's what gives you the energy. And it's exactly the same with marketing. We need to be selling into an energy. Right now, everyone in the world has more energy than I've ever seen. Nobody is just like, oh yeah, life's pretty good. Everyone is thinking something. They're either thinking, quarantine, help me, this is absolutely awful. Or they're thinking, oh my gosh, like society is going to collapse, we're all doomed, whatever. There's a lot of fear energy going on. Or they're critical of the situation, or they're excited about the situation. No one is just like, yeah. I mean, I'm a pretty chilled person, but even I'm not flatline. I'm really excited by all of this. I love the chaos. So everyone's got an energy. So what you have to do if your business has been decimated or you've been impacted is look at the energies that are out there and what could you sell into? What's the fear that your customers now have? How could you help them with that? really interesting, isn't it? Because you might be able to reposition what you do. You might be able to offer a slightly different product, or you might be able to offer a slightly different service, which actually would put you right in front of that energy and would help you to be, the one who's selling the teaching plans to the parents rather than the teachers at the schools that are shut. For example, at Exposure Ninja, we were planning later on in the year to build a remote working training course, because we work remote. There's 100 of us, and when people find out that we've got a 100-person, 100% remote company, they're like, what on earth, are you absolutely mental? And I always look at it, I'm like, no, it's amazing. It's incredible. We're able to hire from an unlimited talent pool. We all live, where we actually want to, rather than within a 2-mile radius of a horrendous factory type office building in a grim city centre. And we get to spend time with our loved ones and pets. Like, what isn't to like about that? So we've always thought remote working is amazing, and we plan to build a remote working course. Then, of course, COVID-19. Now we've got millions of businesses that are sending their people out to work remotely with no structure, no plans, no tools, nothing. And it's going to be absolute carnage. This is the people pushing their teams off the boats onto the beaches at D-Day, into the German machine guns. It's going to be carnage, because if you just send people out to go and work remotely or work from home without any support, without any structure, without any internal communication processes, without any tracking and time monitoring and task stuff, it's going to be a nightmare. So what we decided to do is bring forward this remote working course that we were building, and we've built it. Me and the senior team have been just wall to wall for the last 2 weeks building it out, and it's ready to go, and it's amazing. You can go and find it at exposureninja.com/remote. We've just shared everything that we've learned about how to build and scale a remote company. So exposureninja.com/remote if you're interested. But that's an example of looking out and seeing this energy that was out there and saying, okay, how can we position ourselves with that? How can we contribute to people who are in that situation? And that's really what you've got to do. That is the business owner, isn't it? That's the business owner who's looking at the world that they live in and saying, how can we contribute? How can we make a difference? And how can we help people given everything that's happened? We take the card that we've been dealt and we find a way to play it. Now, finally, if you're the business that you should be selling everything out, but you're not, you, my friend, need to go all in on ads, right? If you're selling treadmills, people are searching for treadmills, you need to be plowing your cash into Google Ads, Google Shopping. Make sure your website's converting, of course, but you need to put your foot to the pedal and make everything that you possibly can during this time, because you are never going to get an opportunity like this. You don't want to look back at when you're older and say, coronavirus, wow, more people bought treadmills in that 5-week period than at any time in human history. And where were we? We were on page 98 of Google. We sold 3. Right? That is a disaster. So whether you sell treadmills or something else that helps people during their time of quarantine, you absolutely need to be rinsing this for all it's worth. And I'm not talking about exploiting people's, misfortune or anything like that. This is about, there is need out there. You need to be serving that need. If you're a business, that is exactly what you need to be doing. You need to be serving people who are looking for your product or service right now. This is your time. If you want some help with this, go to exposureninja.com/review and request a free website and marketing review from one of our team. Write your answers in the questionnaire in capitals so we know it's really important, and we will get you sorted and help you make the most of this situation. Whatever your situation, whatever your business is dealing with right now, just know this too shall pass. You will get through this. We are all in this together. Thank you to all of our governments that are making such massive, unprecedented contributions and offering so much support to businesses at this amazing, amazing time to be alive. But you will get through this. You are not alone. Everyone else is going through the same thing as well. And if you want to talk, if you have any troubles and you just want to reach out and talk, then you can DM me through Instagram or whatever, Tim Cameron Kitchen, or drop me an email, tim@exposureninja.com, and I will be happy to help. So keep going, keep your foot down, keep your chin up. We've got this. You've got this. You were built for this. Let's go.